Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some exciting Barbie news to talk about. From our first look at the upcoming Disney Descendants anniversary dolls, we have also brand new pictures of the upcoming Barbie styled but designed doll that's like mod inspired. We have a brand new collaboration between Barbie and Play-Doh, updates on the Odel Playline doll that has tons of new variants including, yes, a Millie face sculpt, we just cannot escape her apparently, and more, so stay tuned, subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay, first off, yes, let's talk about the brand new, exciting, very popular already Barbie styled but designed doll. Here, this one is designed by Bill Greening. Previously, we had two releases in this collection that happened last year, and this doll will be released on February 24th, which is next Monday, if you are watching this before February 24th. So yeah, she's priced at 100 US dollars, and she is a Barbie member exclusive on Mattel Creations, meaning that if you are not a member, you will have to get the membership at 10 US dollars to get her on top of the 100 bucks. So that's lovely, isn't it? So like, I'm not a member, I would have to pay a subscription, and it's a yearly thing, which is good. At least I think I had it once because I bought the Barbie the movie Sugar Ken doll or whatever, or like the Kenough doll. I don't remember, but like there was a previous release that was like also members exclusive. And then for a time there, they wouldn't ship to my location, so I gave up. But I think they shipped to my location again, so I'll look into that. But anyway, so yeah, 100 bucks and then 10 bucks for the membership. Yeah, so she is not a cheap doll. For sure, she's gonna be very expensive to get, and I think it's safe to say that the actual design of the doll is like very well done. Obviously the mod styling, the print, you know, we have even the STEFFIE face sculpt here with the smoky eye, and like it looks so nice. Especially like the jewelry, the earrings, the necklace, the little purse, like I think all of that works really well. It does feel very high quality. And then we have the dress and then the boots that have the matching pattern. There's even some pink tights underneath, and she is on the Model Muse body, so she doesn't have as much articulation, unfortunately. For the price point, you would hope that at least you would have, you know, like some kind of like special body, but no, Model Muse it is. And then she also has the very big lush faux fur coat in pink, and it looks huge. It looks insanely huge. So I kind of wish that they would have also had a picture of her actually wearing the coat, because I hope she looks good wearing the coat. I hope the coat looks good, you know, not just when it's like off the shoulder, because obviously you're going to be paying a lot of money for this doll. Hopefully, you know, obviously you would get the most extent of what you can do with the coat. It's so hopefully it's well made, but as is, obviously you're supposed to just have it off the shoulder and it's like dragging behind. I think that looks nice too. But yeah, she's a gorgeous doll. I think she really is, especially the face screening and the makeup and the hair, and I really loved like the Barbie logo handbag she has. That's really nice. It's plastic, but it has like chromatic shine to it. So maybe it's not plastic. Maybe it's like a higher grade material that's like a little bit more expensive to produce. Maybe that's where the budget went, because yeah, so she's expensive like I mentioned. So I'm just kind of wondering where that money went. Like 100 bucks, you're kind of wondering like, okay, well, what am I paying for? The packaging obviously was not too expensive to make. It's a very simple packaging. So where did the money go? Maybe the boots, because they're fabric boots. Maybe it's all the high quality looking jewelry. Maybe it's, I don't know, the fabric that's really nice quality of the dress. Maybe again it's the purse that they spent the money on. She doesn't have a unique doll stand from what I can tell. It's a simple Barbie signature stand, right? So where did the money go? So yeah, I'm kind of wondering, because it is a lot of money, and for sure it's basically she's an investment. You know, so yeah, I think I might get her. I don't know, she's expensive, so depends, but I think I would like to get her. I think just that the mod styling for her is just very eye-catching. It's very off the time, and I think just the faux fur coat looks so exquisite. So I mean, I just, yeah, for sure, she's really gorgeous. I don't know. What do you think? Are you tempted to get her, or are you like me where you're like not sure because she is a lot of money and it's like, well, poof, the good thing here is I think, she's not gonna sell out immediately because she's so expensive. I don't think she's gonna sell out like in the same day. I think she'll be there for a couple of days. Plus, she's a member exclusive, so you gotta pay even more. So I don't think she will sell out. So you do have time. I want to say, no promises. Obviously, I can't tell how much they produced of her. She's a gold label. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but yeah, gold label means that they are produced with less amounts, right? So she's not a black label, she's a gold label. So maybe there is a set amount that they're gonna make of her. I'm not sure, but I wouldn't say that she's gonna sell out immediately because she's so expensive. So I do say, I would say you have time if you're also not sure to get her or not. But yeah, I really want to get her. I think she's such a cool statement piece, like the print, the STEFFIE face sculpt, like just how iconic. But also I can tell people were maybe also feeling that this is kind of like boring, like, oh yes, another white blonde Barbie collector doll. Like, okay, like, yeah, sometimes there is a bit of lack of diversity with these collector dolls on Mattel Creations. You do see a pattern. It's very pink, very white, blonde. It's kind of like always the same kind of like Eurocentric aesthetics, right? So I totally get that. But the second Styled by Design doll was actually designed by Carlisle Nuera. And that doll was actually Filipina inspired. So, I do think, this is the third doll in this collection overall. So I do think, if the next doll is at least of a different, at least more diverse, I think it's going to be fine. But if they keep making just, the same old typical, quintessential Barbie blonde doll character, it's gonna get boring. But hopefully they do shake it up a little bit. Obviously, with the different designers, they're gonna have different visions for what they have in mind, obviously. So let's see. Anyway, so what do you think of this doll? Again, I think she's pretty. Just the pricing for me is where it really loses me. I think for a lot of people are going to agree that it's really a tough choice because that's a lot of money. Next up, this is very exciting. They are reproducing the first ever Barbie astronaut doll that came out back when in 1965. They're going to be launching her to space. No, but they're going to drop her obviously sometime around March 8th. The pricing I want to say is around $50-60 US, and she is a limited quantity of 20,000 worldwide, so that's something to note as well. But yeah, she is basically just a accurate reproduction of the original, again, first ever Barbie astronaut doll. She looks very fun. I love the, original face sculpt, obviously, the bob, the helmet, the gray overall, it just looks very of the time. It just, again, very timeless, very iconic. I just hope she's not too expensive, but I guess at that price point, she's a reproduction, so yeah, probably gonna be a bit more expensive, but at least she looks very, accurate. And next up here, we also have our first look at the new Mattel 80th anniversary Barbie celebration dolls, both priced around 84 euros. So in euros, I guess in US dollars, they would cost around 60 then, but still expensive. And they're apparently coming out sometime in fall. So obviously we have Barbie Brooklyn and Malibu, and they're wearing just the same exact dress. But yeah, wow. I mean, I actually don't hate the dress. It's not like a simple whatever. There's actually some mesh gloves. We have some poofy sleeves, and the actual face screenings don't seem to be pixelated at all. So they're really, really nice, clear faces. So that's good at least. The red lips work really well. Brooklyn also has a new face sculpt, right? So it's not the same one like before. It's like a new one, I'm assuming. The outfit, the hairstyle, the face is being clear. Yeah, it's pretty good, at least for considering they are, the celebration Mattel anniversary dolls. So I think they're cute, but maybe too expensive. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see until we get actual, stock photos and official prices and stuff. Moving on to some advent calendars, we have the Fantasy Advent Calendar, which, by the way, they're going to be probably dropping around late summer and then early fall, since, advent calendars, they're usually widely accessible by the time it's actually Christmas. So yeah, this one is the fantasy one. And so of course we have a fabric tail, little princess skirt, and then also we have some fairy wings because this is Dreamtopia. This is the, you know, Dreamtopia calendar one, so they're gonna have plenty of outfits. Well, you know, there's like a couple of fabric pieces, but you know, it's not too much. It looks fine, I guess. You know, I feel like we've seen better in recent years. And then here we have the fashion advent calendar that also includes a doll, and this one is of course a Millie one. Yes. So unfortunately the face sculpt, not only is it Millie, but there's nothing here that makes her unique in a Millie sense. Like, she's looking straight, you know, head on, and there's like an open smile, right? The pixelation looks kind of bad. So yeah, she's a really simple Millie doll. The hair is kind of boring, and then the actual outfit pieces, you know, I guess because she's like the fashion advent calendar, they at least included more, you know, multiple like tops and bottoms. Well, did they? I think they included one top and then like two skirts, one jacket, and like that's it. Yeah, so accessories too. Most of these shoes and accessories are probably just reused, I'm pretty sure. You know, at least the fabric looks like not papery. It looks like the decent, like standard playline fabric, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I feel like we've seen better and just more interesting in recent years. Like, they used to do like the Barbie cutie reveal advent calendar, like that was at least something different. Here it's just like really plain clothing. Next up we have new pictures of the Barbie Pop Reveal Treats series dolls that includes 3 dolls in total, priced at $19.99, releasing officially around June this year. So yes, this one with the pink hair, kind of cute. I like the hazel light green eyes. And then we have this girl here with the blue hair, and she has like the green eyes. Yeah, it's like really nice environment, but you can still see the pixelation, which is kind of bad. And then of course we have the Millie face sculpt here, reused once again, but at least it's like a different hair color. Yeah, overall nothing here is like earth shattering or interesting. The, you know, skirts are cute, I guess. Like, some of these shoe molds are interesting. I'm seeing with these Barbie Pop Reveal releases, like some of the shoe molds are kind of cool, but here there's nothing too interesting. They're all fine, you know, they're just fine. And then shared here by A Plastic Tan on Instagram, we have our first look at the upcoming Barbie collaboration with Play-Doh by Hasbro. These are interesting. This is giving me like severe like McDonald's Happy Meal vibes, and like, just, I don't know, it's just not giving, I don't think it's giving what they thought it would. It's also kind of giving like Polly Pocket, you know, like just weird. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's interesting, you know, if you ever wondered what it would be like to have Barbie with Play-Doh together, then here's your answer. It just looks kind of chunky and Play-Doh-ish. Play-Doh clothing, like really. Really interesting. I guess it's interesting to create clothing out of Play-Doh and then have it stuck onto the actual doll. I don't know. I don't think it kind of translates the same as when you're actually, you know, creating fashion out of fabric. Like, it's just different. It's just different. You know, like the Play-Doh clothing is different. So yeah, it's cute, I guess. Some of these dolls look like maybe they're gonna be specific releases to this, you know, Play-Doh collaboration. So maybe they're just going to be more standard with no articulation, and they're just going to have like, you know, like just, you know, like the T-pose kind of like shape, because obviously with the Play-Doh you're not going to have much movement. Yeah, I guess just unexpected weird collaboration. Like, who would ever thought we'd get this kind of crossover Barbie and Play-Doh? But here we are, I guess. You know, young kids are going to have a field day with this, you know, hopefully. Okay, next up, yes, we have to talk about the plethora of new variants that have come up of the new Barbie Playline Odel doll. Now, of course, as we all know, this doll was designed by Angel Kent, and when she initially kind of revealed, I made a video on her. She's really gorgeous. I love the fashion pieces. Obviously, her face is just so sweet. But now, recently, we got the reveal that apparently Millie just cannot let go because here she is. I guess we're gonna have a Millie version of this doll as well, which kind of sucks because obviously no one is gonna want the Millie version of this doll. Everyone is gonna want the Odel version instead. So it kind of makes the Odel one more hard to get, which kind of sucks. So that's unfortunate, but I think as long as they are sold like distinctively, you can tell apart who you're getting online. Like if the listing shows you Millie and then the listing shows you Odel, as long as they actually deliver what you're ordering, I think it's okay. But just like imagine if you're ordering the Odel doll online and then you end up getting Millie in the mail, like just how disappointing must that be? So that kind of sucks. But yeah, also it reminds me of like The Substance, the movie, just like, you know, Millie before, Odel after. I don't know. But then on top of that, we also have a really rare red lip variant on the Odel face sculpt. Now, to be fair, Angel can test specify this is a very specific and very rare factory error variant of the doll, so it's not common at all. Not really fair to call it a variant because again it's just like a more of like a defect, really. It's just like a slight lip variant. Still gorgeous, but I actually feel like the natural lip color works better. I don't know if the red lip is better than the natural pink. I mean, obviously, you know, preferences change, but I think the natural lip just works better. It's more, you know, versatile, right? So, but the red lip obviously is very gorgeous. It's very vibrant. So I don't know. What do you think? Which one do you prefer? And obviously, what do you think of the surprise addition of the Millie face sculpt here as a new variable of this doll? Just kind of sucks because obviously we don't need her. No one's gonna want the Millie version of this doll. Everyone's gonna want the Odel version. So like, why are you here, Millie? Why are you here? We were doing just fine without you, but now you're here. By the way, if you're still looking for the Barbie signature Aaliyah doll, apparently she's been restocking more recently, so that's very good news. Just keep an eye out and be sure to also follow A Plastic Tan on Instagram because they're always updating stuff like this as well. And if you're looking for the links for the Aaliyah doll, check out youloveit.com as well because that's where I find my links for all these recent releases. And lastly, yes, let's talk about our first look at the Disney Descendants anniversary dolls, specifically of Evie. We don't have a picture of Mal yet, but we have a picture of her shoes. So yeah, at least we know her shoes look amazing. But yes, specifically we have a first look at the Evie doll, a, you know, overall shot of the entire doll, and then we have a close-up of Evie as well. And I have to say, first impressions, you know, the resemblance is honestly uncanny. It's so well done. She looks like Sophia Carson. That's her name, right? The actress who plays Evie in the movies. She looks like her. The smile, very specific. She has a very unique smile and lip shape and like how it kind of like divots and stuff. Like, so I'm so happy that they really captured her lip shape and like the smile for her character. It looks amazing. The eye color, the eyes, the makeup, the hair, the outfit, it all looks so good. And especially when you compare this Mattel version of the character to the Hasbro version that they used to make back in the day. I mean, the Hasbro dolls, they just look so cartoony. I mean, they're still nice dolls, but you can definitely tell like the Mattel version of these dolls are going to be much more realistic and they're going to capture the likeness much more accurately of the actresses. So I am so excited to see the Dove Cameron, you know, new face sculpt. Hopefully they do her justice and it looks amazing. Hopefully, you know, fingers crossed. But I mean, if the Evie doll here looks so amazing, then I mean, Mal has to look amazing as well. She has to. We're only getting Evie and Mal here, part of the celebration, but hopefully they do make more dolls based on the earlier Disney Descendants movies as well, like Aubrey. Like, that would be so amazing. But let's see. I guess they're waiting to see if these two will sell enough. And remember, we're also supposed to get, dolls made by Mattel based on the live-action movies like Beauty and the Beast, Mulan, and Aladdin. So just imagine, like, dolls of, you know, live-action Princess Jasmine, Naomi Scott, the actress who plays her in the movie, and then like Belle, Emma Watson, obviously, and then obviously we have the Mulan actress as well. Like, just imagine Mattel doing dolls from those like based on the live action adaptations of those characters. Like they would look so good, because unfortunately also back in that time Hasbro was making the dolls for those live action movies, you know, so they looked fine, but they were definitely not as good as I think Mattel would get them here. And I think it's a good example, because obviously with the Eevee doll we can tell definitely like they would look so amazing. So I'm just hoping that this is still true and they're still planning on making these, you know, live action dolls based on Mulan, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin, because I'm just like that would be so amazing. Like just imagine. And that was the video. But what do you think of the new Odel face sculpt variant, and also the red lip variant? Which one's your favorite? What do you think of Eevee, the new doll, the new Barbie style but design doll? Yeah, all these different releases and plenty more coming this year. So yes, I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and consider becoming a member today to support our channel if you're able to, and of course so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the novelty you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time, stay peachy. Kisses.